Okay, guys, so let's begin our quiz for accidental and sickness, chapter number 1. In a second, you'll be able to see my screen. Everyone, let me know. So you know the way we go about the quizzes. I'm gonna open up my chat box. I won't be able to see any of you because in front of me is chat box and I'm watching it on the screen here. So I will have my chat box open, and everybody, once you read this, start answering that after 1 minute so that we can go about it. Yes, so start reading the question number 1. Every Okay, so Savannah went through some financial difficulties 5 years ago and has accumulated a large amount of debt. She is now ready to focus on reducing her debt and improving her financial health. She would like to start with the debt that will save her the most in interest. So she wants to reduce the debt which is highest interest paying. Which of the following form of the debt would generally carry the highest interest rate? Jaya answered, it's a very simple question. I covered that in the topic. Which form of debt has highest interest rate? Is it mortgage? Is it student loan? Is it credit card? Or is it line of credit? Okay, Marine answered. Jaya answered. Saad, what happened, guys? It's not that difficult. Yes, so answer is credit card. I told you credit card has normally highest amount of risk. Oh, sorry, interest. 18% to 24%. So that's the answer. C. If I ask you which one is the second one, line of credit. Which one is the third one? Mortgage. Least debt is on the student loan, which is roughly around 2.5% in OSAP, right? So credit card, line of credit, mortgage, student loan. Number 2, which of the following types of risk is common to the business environment and not related to an individual client specific business? Which of the one is related to business environment? So it's kind of a tricky. We did not cover that. Hedged, unhedged, unsystematic, systematic. Which of the following types of risk is common to the business environment and is not related to individual client specific business? I would go with systematic. I'm not really sure about it, but we will see if we go wrong. At the end, we'll find out what does that all mean. So I feel like hedge and unhedge is when you do individually something, invest, take gamble. Unsystematic, not sure. I feel like systematic should be the answer. Let's see. How is number 3? How is inflation measured in Canada? Anybody? Easy. So what is the, let's say we want to measure temperature, body temperature, we use thermometer, right? So when you want to measure inflation, there's a tool that is used. You might have read that in newspaper somewhere else. Canadian ratio index, no. Marginal increase rate, no. Jaya answered goods and services tax, no. Marine, you're right. So we always call it CPI, consumer price. नाम ही बता रहा price index. CPI is that measurement tool that is used to measure inflation. Number 4, Jerome has decided to leave his current job and start a small business producing and selling rum punch that is based on a family recipe. He believes that the business will be a huge success, but is concerned about the possible risk should he become injured. What are the Jerome's option when dealing with the effects of possible medical risk? What are the Jerome's option when dealing with the effects of possible medical risk? Self-funding or insurance? Form a corporation or partnership? Be a sole proprietor to minimize the risk of a disability and cost of operation, minimize his workforce and lower production. Simple. What do you think? What are the Jerome's option? A, B, C, D. Marine answered. I want to see how you guys answer this question. This is important concept base. So let's wait for everybody to answer. What happened, guys? Nobody else is answering. Please answer. Okay. Form a corporation or partnership. Marine, Jaya, Kiran. Anybody else there? Is Saad here or not? Okay. So answer, everybody answered B. Why B? So they're asking what are Jerome's option when dealing with the effect of possible medical risk. Je- Jerome already want to go for a business. So his only option is either he can maintain the risk to himself through self-funding or can buy an insurance. So answer is A. I talk about this self-funding. Business people have a choice of self-funding or buy an insurance. That's what his two options are. Form a corporation or partnership is not, he's already into business. So answer is going to be A. Self-funding is one option or buying an insurance is a second option to reduce the possible risk because he's worried about should he become injured, what's going to happen. So either he will pay from his pocket as self-funding or buy an insurance. Simple as that. Number 5. Marty is concerned about the financial risk associated with his retirement savings. Okay, he frenetically means anxiously calls his advisor to limit his risk because he's planning to retire in 5 years. What financial risk could affect Marty's retirement savings plan? A, B, C, D, yes. Okay, Kiran answered. Jaya answered. Mary. Okay, so majority people chose Marty's debt. So Marty is concerned about the financial risk associated with his retirement savings. He fanatically calls his advisor to limit his risk because he's planning to retire in 5 years. What financial risk could affect Marty's retirement savings plan? Dying prematurely? Change his beneficiaries? No. Marty's debt? Marty's insurance policy. Okay, so Marty's insurance policy is not. Changing his beneficiaries would not be the answer. Dying prematurely. Okay, I think Marty's debt would be the answer, but let's see. Let's see. Let's go number 6. Kelly would like to implement a risk management strategy to cover the potential risk to her business if she becomes disabled. Disability. Which risk management strategy would be best for Kelly to implement? Obtain demand loans to cover losses, purchase insurance to cover losses, cover the losses with current cash flow, use emergency fund to cover the losses. That's simple. So purchase insurance to cover the losses is the best option. Number 7. Martin was injured several years ago and has been receiving a disability income. Since Martin started receiving the disability income, the CPI has increased. I mean, consumer price index has increased, inflation has increased by 27%. If Martin's first monthly disability benefit was this, what monthly benefit does he need now to maintain his standard of living? A simple calculation. His monthly benefit was 2200 when he started, but over the period of time, it has gone up by 27%. So just take a 27% increase of 2200. That would be the answer. So 2200 times 1.274. 2803. Everybody got this answer? So just 27.4 times of this he needs now to maintain his living standard. This is going to be the answer. Number 8. Paula is reviewing the risk that might derail her retirement plan. Derail matlab disrupt or disengage or destroy her retirement plan. She is worried that she is not protected from the potential risk and would like to protect her financial security. What personal risk is likely the more disruptive than Paula could face during retirement? What personal risk is likely the more disruptive that Paula could face? Jaya answered, cost of caring for parents, no. Loss of passive income, no. Grandchildren's education expense, no. It's gonna be A, uninsured medical risk, because she's worried about she's not protected from potential risk and would like to protect retirement plan. So the what can destroy retirement? Medical risk, right? So that's gonna be the one. Nathan 9, question number 9. Nathan is purchasing disability insurance coverage and plans to keep it in force until he retires, till 65. What is the impact of inflation on his disability insurance product? Nathan insurance should be indexed to inflation so that the benefits retain their buying power. Index to inflation mean that you have a rider on your disability that says index to inflation. जैसे जैसे inflation बढ़ रही है, इसको भी बढ़ना चाहिए. That is index to inflation. As inflation is going up, you have a rider purchased on your product that is also keeping it up. That is known as indexed to inflation. Option B is income replacement products always ensure a constant level of income to offset inflation. No, it's not built in. You have to buy a rider. So B option cannot be true. Inflation will not affect Nathan's income replacement product. Why? It will affect anything. D. Inflation helps increase benefit payment. Answer is A. Should be indexed to inflation. He has to buy a rider on that. Everybody's good with this? Number 10. Donna, age 78, is in excellent health. Her parents both lived past age 100. So longevity. She is age 78, is in excellent health still. Her parents both live past age 100. However, Donna has very little in terms of saving and investment. Based on this information, what would likely be the biggest risk facing Donna? Answer is going to be D, longevity risk. So let's submit. Oh God, we scored 100%. Very nice. Stop share. Okay guys, so we got 100%. I think हमने जो भी आंसर किए हैं based on this chapter, अगर मैंने ये chapter ना पढ़ा होता, I can tell you honestly, I would have not scored 100%. No, because I read this chapter, things were basic. I hope it helps everybody. You might not be able to answer it as quick as I were, but honestly, go back, read it by yourself, listen to my lecture again, do chapter quizzes by yourself, get a good score, right? I will record this, I will share this with you so you can keep watching it. I'm just having a little bit, I'm just speaking since 7 o'clock, continuous. 7 o'clock, I was doing that, and then so I'm just tired now. And I also have this throat infection a little bit, so I'm not feeling a little bit well. What I'm doing, I'm just closing it right now. We'll send it to you by tomorrow morning and then go over it. But I think it's brilliant. Anybody wants to say anything about this? You were good with
It's
this quiz?
yeah, it's good. It's good. If we like, I didn't saw the video or I didn't read anything, frankly,
Yeah, it was
but it's very
clear.
very clear. I guess if I saw the video, I can get it right away.
Honestly, I feel like if you don't even watch the video, you just keep on going this class, you
Yeah,
can still pass the exam.
yeah.
Yeah,
Basically notes and the concept, because if your concept is clear, then you can easily pass the exam.
that's true. Sometimes where would I go read these things from? I can also show you something. Let me just share my screen. I'm just gonna stop this here.